Welcome back, adventurers. This week, join us as we show the lovely romantic Greek island of Symi. And stay with us as John shares some more of our Aluminium Portofino behind the boat building scenes. So kick off your shoes and come barefoot with us. We are John and Ali, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world. Because life is better barefoot. Oh my goodness, that was so stressful. I mean, it's a really great port once you're in, but sometimes I feel like it's just as dangerous being on the inside, like trying to get into the port, than it is facing the Multamis outside of the port. I mean, it's every time we've come in, it's been a crosswind, there's been chaos, and people have been yelling at each other, and it's like, oh, it's very stressful.
Many times, not every time. We have come in
many times.
Most times. The wind funnels over the mountains and then comes whistling down along the harbour, and of course always a crosswind. So you're always coming in sideways, being pushed into boats, and they squeeze the boats in here. I mean, this boat that comes in, and the last time we came in, they were pointing us at a gap that wasn't big enough for our boat. So we actually had to have fenders at both sterns pushing the two boats outwards so we could fit into this space.
I know, it's crazy.
And the same thing happened right now with this monohull that's come in.
And of course, everyone that comes in, it has the same stressed look on their face, you know, like it's just really intense.
So you hand your bow line to the guy in the dinghy. He ties the bow line into the hook at the top of the floating mooring, which you then attach to your boat and reverse in and let out to the suitable length to reach the port wall. And then you throw out two stern lines on each side of the stern and tie yourself on. The buoy, because the tension sinks, so you've got quite a lot of force as you're reversing in, and you have to gun your engines to get that buoy to sink, to get the tension on your mooring lines. Otherwise, when the wind blows you in any other direction, you're going to go back onto the wall. You're gunning your engines, you're under the boat's under a lot of stress, the lines are all really tight, you throw your fenders over, you're bumping into the boats on each side. Exciting times.
And usually the guy in the dinghy, if you're here for the first time, the guy in the dinghy is yelling at you. So he's yelling at you with broken English, and so there's this all this miscommunication happening, and then often the line's not long enough because you have to have a really long line to be able to reach from the buoy back to the dock here. So people come in with normal mooring lines, and then all of a sudden there's chaos because they have to skip that plan and get somewhere in the process, get a really long rope. It's not just one thing that goes pear-shaped, it's usually a few usually a few things.
On the upside, these guys are very good. They know exactly what to do. They give you the instructions, and it sounds like you're reversing in onto a solid rock wall, and they say, harder, more revs, more revs. I'm thinking, holy dooly, I don't want to put more revs, we'll end up bouncing into that wall. But anyway, they are very good and they are very helpful. So once they've got you tied up, they walk away, and then you can tidy things up yourself. But
and once you're in, you're just so relieved and exhausted, you know, but it's a really safe harbour, and when you're in, it's really,
it's
feels
beautiful.
really good, and of course then you can explore Symi, so it's wonderful.
Yeah. There's no other ports that we've been into that do it this way. There seems to be a unique Symi thing. So
it's interesting.
Nobody
when you first
knows.
Come in.
That's right. When you first come, you have no idea what they're going to do and how it's meant to happen.
What are these floating buoys for, and what do you have to do?
And it even looks quite treacherous coming in, because as you can see on the water, they are in the middle of the bay. Like there's a channel, they're actually roughly in a line, so you drive between them, but you've got to reverse in over the top of other buoys to get to your spot, so it's really quite nerve-wracking.
Make sure your lines don't tangle under your prop, and it's not for the faint-hearted, I must say.
And actually, when we were here last year, I did have to go and cut one of the motorboat actually coming in, got his prop tangled around one of those floating mooring buoys, so I had to free him up.
John saved the day. So
yeah, well, clearly they weren't sure what to do, so I went and did it for them. And then they got onto the harbour wall safely, so that was good.
Anyway,
so
we're in Symi, and so we're going to show you around because we love this place, despite everything we've said. Welcome to Symi, a hidden gem in the Dodecanese of Greece, where the island's beauty and history intertwine effortlessly, just off the coast of Turkey. This small island sits nestled in the Aegean Sea, offering a perfect retreat from the world. Symi's picturesque village wraps around its safe harbour, a sanctuary from the powerful Meltemi winds that often sweep across the Aegean. The harbour has been a refuge for centuries, sheltering sailors and sponge divers alike, and it continues to offer protection and tranquility today, as on more than one occasion it's kept Expedition Barefoot and all of us on board safe. The spirit of Symi is deeply rooted in the sea. For centuries, the island was renowned for its skilled sponge divers, who risked their lives to harvest these treasures from the ocean depths. Even today, the legacy of the brave men live on, and you can feel it in the island's connection to the water. These fearless guys would free dive into an incredible depth of 70 metres back in the day, armed with nothing but their skill and courage to harvest sponges from the ocean floor. Their legacy is one of honour and resilience, and a testament to the strength of the islanders and their deep connection to the sea. During summer, Symi transforms into a bustling hub as the tourists flock to its shores. The narrow streets are filled with sounds of footsteps and laughter, and people gathering and dining in the many restaurants, cafes and ice creameries.
Phyllo pastry with feta in the middle, honey and sesame seeds.
Yum.
Greek salad, eggplant saganaki, her bread, which
We've eaten the dip.
We've eaten the dip.
Sorry.
You're too late, guys. Tough luck. So, guys, Easter in Greece is more important than Christmas, and we've come to Symi because they have big celebrations here, and the waitress here at the restaurant called the boom bangs. The boom bangs. You'll start hearing the boom bangs. And then all the people gather in a big procession from two different churches, and they meet up in the centre of town, and they light candles and do all sorts of stuff. So we're going to be watching for the boom bangs happening as they go past our boat. We have no idea what's going to happen. I wonder who said that, actually.
Anyway, it should be lots of fun, so come along with us. Celebrations roll from one event to another in the summer months. From the Easter celebrations, and the highlights you experience is DYNAMITE with fireworks that literally shake the island. So here we are joining the queue, the procession, this line here. So there's lines coming from each and every one of the churches. It's an amazing feeling and a buzz in the air. There's people and there's fireworks and dynamite going off. Dynamite going off everywhere. I don't know if you can hear it. This is the Greek Orthodox Easter Friday, a big celebration. You got your wallet just in case you want to buy me a coffee or something? Whoa! That's dynamite! Let's go! Woo! This is what I love about being non-denominational. We can jump into Buddhist temples, Christian parades,
Sikh festivals.
anything we like.
Chant with
and chants with the Hindus.
Do Ramadan with the Muslims.
So they're all heading to the square, which there's a big celebration at the square. So everyone's congregating around the square. We're right in the thick of it, right in the middle of the blessings and the ceremony for the Orthodox Easter here in Greece.
You've got to pass underneath the thing, whatever it's called, for luck.
For blessings.
Blessings.
We're lining up for some blessings. You'll also experience the aroma of about 25 herb roasted lambs on a spit for free for all that come to the island. Okay, so the deal is that it's free lamb for the community. So they cut it and we have a piece. So, ooh, that sounds good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Woo. Thank you. Chin chin. Chin chin, honey. And then there's the month of August, and that is Symi's month to celebrate. And it's celebrated with music and dancing and ongoing parties until the wee hours. And we can attest to this also. But Symi is such a beautiful place. Just take a look, and the architecture of Symi is heavily influenced by the neoclassical design, reflecting the island's affluent period during the 19th century when it was a significant centre for shipbuilding and sponge diving. This neoclassical influence is characterised by symmetrical facades, decorative pediments and pastel-coloured exteriors, often accentuated with white or bold trim around the outside. The buildings typically featured red tile roofs, arch windows and intricate ironwork and balconies. But as winter arrives, Symi slows down, almost hibernating, as the cold chill and the wind descends, and the tourists depart. The island returns to its quieter rhythms, offering a peaceful retreat for its 2,500 residents, who wait for the warmth of spring to awaken the island once more, to begin a new season of Symi's summer vibes. Symi is more than just an island. It's a haven, a place where history and nature and tradition come together to create a timeless escape. Whether in a lively embrace of summer or a quiet solitude of winter, Symi remains a sanctuary for all who visit. And now, a word from one of our awesome Patreons. Here's Jill.
Hi, my name's Gillian. I've been watching Barefoot Doctors sailing for a number of years now, as probably most of you have if you're watching me. I would love to encourage or give you the information on how to become a Patreon. I know John and Elizabeth on their videos, they say subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. However, I struggled when I wanted to become a Patreon and support them. It's as easy as go on to patreon.com/Barefoot Doctors Sailing and choose your level of support. You can become a Barefoot Champion, a Barefoot Heroes, or a Barefoot Superhero. It's up to you what level of support. But 100% of that money that you pay as a Patreon goes to their TUFMINDS charity program. Now, this is a very worthwhile cause, specifically geared towards mental health and mindfulness, something that all of us really should do. So pop on Patreon.com/Barefoot Doctors Sailing and sign up. Become a Patreon like me. You won't regret it.
Okay folk, today we have got very exciting information, sharing with you several features of the Portofino 52 and the technology associated with it. Firstly, I want to share with you an amazing feature that allows technology to reduce the stress on your anchor winch and significantly increase the pulling power. All Portofinos are going to be fitted with a dual anchor roller that is rotating, and this allows dramatic reduction of stresses on the windlass or anchor winch, and it makes it so easy you can pull up a 35 kilogram anchor with your bare hands. Although you cannot see the one person pulling this chain up by hand, it is being done manually. The way this works is that there is a pin between the two rollers at the turning point of the anchor chain, and this dramatically reduces the resistance when the anchor is being pulled up. And if you look carefully, you can see the rotating section of the rollers as the anchor rises. It also spins the anchor effectively so that it is facing the right way as it is pulled up, and then locks it into place very nicely. The next exciting feature on our Portofino 52 that we want to share is the lifting platform on the stern. Of course, we really enjoy this feature on our Leopard 50, and Elizabeth especially loved the ability to use it as a swimming platform, and of course it also allowed you to lift your dinghy fully laden with shopping up to the level of your aft cockpit where you could unload it easily. It avoided the struggle of passing things from a rocking dinghy in the water up to the boat when everything is moving. It also makes scuba diving very easy, as the stern platform can be used to launch yourself into the water. So this was one of the features where we were happy to sacrifice the weight to gain that extreme convenience. But of course, more importantly, it would make Elizabeth happy. So Portofino will be using Catamaran, an Italian luxury stern platform manufacturer of the highest quality. Of course, the stern platform has to be designed to maintain its horizontal setting as the platform rotates down into the water, and they have several models that can be chosen. Here you can see an example of an Catamaran stern platform lifting 580 kilograms using their hydraulic rams. So again, Portofino is going with the highest quality providers in all of their equipment, in keeping with its philosophy of no compromise. Portofino has also organised to have its own brand of hypalon rigid inflatable dinghies manufactured. They are made with an aluminium base, and the top level of hypalon is used for the tubes. The ones that have been made so far are 3.6 meters in length and come with options of a steering position or the classic design where you steer directly with the outboard on the stern. They have all the standard features, including a bow compartment for the fuel tank and a step on the bow with a bow roller and a cleat. So these dinghies are using the highest grade of hypalon, matching the quality of the most expensive ribs on the market. Fortunately for us, they come with the boat as an option at a very competitive price. So the first 5 Portofinos are all being supplied with one of these high quality inflatables. Woohoo!
Also, thanks to our awesome Patreons for helping us help others in need. Until next week, guys, hold fast to your dreams, for like the wind in the sails, they propel you towards endless possibilities.